We attended Mass at the Cathedral of St. James. We were going to go to the noon Mass, which is called the Pilgrim's Mass, but we were tipped off that the Mass later that day, which is the Feast of the Sacred Heart, which Spain is dedicated to, later that day, the evening Mass was going to have the Botafumeiro. Now, the Botafumeiro, in Spanish, bota, boat, fumero, smoke. This is the smoke boat. It is, to my knowledge, the largest thurible. Thurible is a metal encasement that holds charcoal and incense, and this thing is humongous. And I was hoping they were going to swing it at the offertory. They didn't. The entire Mass went on. I thought, oh no, we're not going to do it. And then once Mass was over, I think it was before the final blessing, these men in maroon robes came out and filled it with charcoal, filled it up with incense, and let the thing fly. And I'm going to include on the page of this podcast the video that I took of the Botafumeiro. Apparently it goes up to 70 kilometers per hour. The thing was putting out smoke. As it arced over us, you could see the flames inside of it burning because the thing's going so fast, the coal's getting so hot. So it's a remarkable sight. Everybody loved it. A huge highlight of this enormous thurible smoking out the place. And the backstory to it is, not only did they want to give glory to God, the primary purpose, as St. Thomas Aquinas says in the Summa, is to reduce smells. Medieval people didn't smell well, especially if you're a medieval person and you've just walked 500 kilometers without a bath, and you multiply that by several hundred people, pilgrims, that church is stanky. And so the priest there came up with the brilliant idea of, well, let's just make a bigger thurible, hang it from the dome of the cathedral, and swing it back and forth 70 kilometers per hour and smoke out the place. So we don't smell the nasty pilgrims. We smell the beautiful aroma of incense rising. So look on this podcast page. If you're listening to it on iTunes, go to my website, taylormarshall.com, and search on there. If you're listening to it this week, you'll see it. If you're listening to this sometime in the future, maybe a year from now, search on my website, taylormarshall.com, Botafumeiro, or Santiago incense, something like that. And you can see this podcast, but you'll also see embedded in there the video that I took of the amazing Botafumeiro, the incense. All right, I will check back in with a retelling of some legends of St. James and discussing how it is that the relics of a Jewish apostle who was martyred in Jerusalem in the year 44, how that body allegedly made it all the way to Galicia, Spain. Till then, buen camino.